Now to another story of political violence where no one miraculously was hurt. Cody Balmer pleaded guilty today to firebombing the official residence of the Pennsylvania governor, Shapiro. He's been sentenced to up to 50 years in prison for arson and attempted murder. You remember these images from back in April showing the charred rooms completely destroyed after Balmer tossed Molotov cocktails inside the governor's mansion. This is the governor and his family, and dozens of guests slept upstairs, having just hosted a Passover Seder earlier that night. Well, now we have newly released surveillance video of the moment that the fire started. In this clip, you see Balmer in dark clothing approaching the governor's mansion with a small bag. He then shatters the glass to one room with a sledgehammer. He lights a Molotov cocktail and hurls it inside. It ignites immediately, setting the place on fire. He then smashes another window and climbs inside. We later see him in the dining room. He throws another Molotov cocktail, which immediately sets fire to the furniture. All right, for more on all this, let's bring in NewsNation's Rich McHugh. Rich, this video is unbelievable. There's another one of him trying to get in, another part of the residence, but the door's locked. Where on earth was security? This is the governor's mansion, the governor of Pennsylvania.
Yeah, it's really hard to believe, Elizabeth, especially when you look at that video. You see him, there's a moment where he's trying to kick down the doors, and then he pulls out a sledgehammer and tries on one door, and then he tries on the next. And what we learned in court was that it wasn't just Shapiro and his family. There were 15 additional house guests, like friends and family, and 2 state troopers inside the home. They've obviously received a lot of flack, the police and the authorities. Where were they? Why weren't the alarms being tripped? And they've made a big point to say they've beefed up security, but they haven't really addressed exactly how he got in with such easy access, Elizabeth.
Right, like where were the guards outside? Nobody's guarding the governor's mansion of Pennsylvania. It's unbelievable. In the meantime, you were in court for today's hearing. What was that like? Cody Balmer seems, in addition to, pleading guilty to attempted murder and arson, he seems like a bit of an oddball.
Well, you hit the nail on the head, oddball. So in April, when he was charged, when he was first arraigned, I was there, and I said, Cody, why'd you do it? And he made this big point of rolling his eyes and sticking out his tongue at the media. That was a different Cody Balmer today. He walked in, he was very quiet. He was in a maroon or orange or a brown jumpsuit. It was yes, sir, no, sir. It was very quiet. His family was there. He pled guilty to all these charges, and he agreed. He told the judge, yes, I plead. His family had a letter written where they asked essentially for leniency, saying that he had untreated mental health issues and that he'd go to a facility where they would be able to treat this. But it was rather orderly, despite the surprise that he pled guilty.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.